So, got the upper back from Cerakoting. This is in H339 multicam pale green. Lighting's not the best, but that's the multicam pale green. And that is a RAW 8000 coated trigger guard. So, pretty close. This is the closest Cerakote color, as far as I could tell, to, I believe it's RAW 6040, which appears to be the green that the Germans are going to be using on their G95A1s, or at least all the ones I've seen pictured. But I will go over that in a different video. Barrel nut, of course. HK House. This is their steel DLC. This upper I showed previously with a RAW 8000 dust cover. Here is that Brownell's bolt carrier with the skis somewhat machined down, so it slides super nicely. Obviously, this being an A5 upper, it has the forward tab. Now these are thinner or more fine threading, and you have the slope section right next to here. That neither of those features matter as far as how it interfaces with the barrel, but this tab does, having that tab rather than having the cut-in section that you would on a regular AR-15. Now, these Brownells AR-15, or sorry, MR556 barrels are designed for the original interface, the A1 through A4 type interface, so not the A5, A7, A8 type. So what you have to do is cut a slot in there. You can see it if it'll focus. You can see the little pin that would go in an A1 or A3 type upper slot. But you just have to machine it down, and it's a little scuffed, but it is a very tight fit because, of course, it's hand fitting, and I did it myself. So that goes in there. Obviously, the slot I cut goes on both sides of it equally, so that on the inside, this will be kind of hard to show, but obviously you need the lugs to go in like that without bumping into the lugs in the barrel extension. So the lugs on the bolt pass right through, there's no interference, and you'll get that if you cut that rim up here correctly. And it's just a matter of, making sure you cut evenly on both sides of the pin. Aside from that, when Brownell's, or I believe it's Faxon who actually makes these barrels, the MR556 barrels for Brownell's, when they machine them, they just machine through here post melaniting, and so that piece, the little pin slot for the gas tube, for the gas block centering pin, those are all raw steel, as well as, of course, as the little section that I cut out to work with this. And I actually just used aluminum black, which works quite well on steel as well, to coat it. Now it's not a complete coating, but basically what it does is it keeps the steel from rusting, because the steel has already been pH neutralized to some extent with the aluminum black, but the aluminum black is not like rust in the way that it's going to keep eating through the metal. I have some somewhat long-term, as in a few years, experience with this, using aluminum black on steel pliers that our family uses for just working with stuff in the garage and whatnot. And it worked pretty well on those. So I figured, hey, use it on the steel here. I don't want to really bother like Cerakoting the whole barrel. So that's what I did, and it should work out pretty well. Anyway, I will follow with more updates and more HK416 stuff in a later video.